This is Elitom El-amin Breatharian, and I'm from Ohio, USA, and I've been on this Breatharian path for 2 decades, 20 years. And being on this path was the best decision or the best opportunity that came to me in my life. So that's why I share it with others all around the world. Now, right now, I live a nomadic life, and I'm here in wonderful India right now, sitting near the Arabian Sea, as I come at you today to tell you about the path. So today, my topic is going to be Breatharian blessings. Breatharian blessings. Because why would you want to come on this path or even think about it? See, one thing the human being look for, or our inward soul, or the light within us, it always want to grow. It always want to be enlightened. And that goes for everybody. It wants to, but that other battle that's taking place in us, that's something else. But that's what it does. And that's the aspect of ourselves, which is our true self, that don't need to eat, sleep, drink, and it does many other things, but that is us. This physical body that we have is a vehicle. And what the ancients was basically trying to tell us is that we could transcend physical reality, which is our physical bodies is just like the rest of this physical. You could transcend physical reality and live in a state when you're in the world, but not of the world. In other words, this body, like the pharaohs used to say, the physical bodies was sustained by the light body, or your true self, which is your consciousness. We got to put all of this together. So when a person does make up in their mind and make a change in their life, there's 2 aspects that will take place. When you decide to want to make a change, you're going to think about what things I need to leave alone and what things that I need to start doing. It go hand in hand. Because that's what we talk about. The Breatharian path is a lifestyle, a style of living. You're going from one lifestyle that you're living right now, and you're redirecting the energies of your life, because everything is energetic, whether if it's on a physical, emotional, or mental level. You understand? And beyond. You are redirecting energies because you have the power to do that. And when you redirect these energies, not only is going to what? Give you a new lifestyle. What comes along with the package is a new reality. There is no in between. A new reality comes along with a new change of consciousness, a new change of direction. So the Breatharian path is just that. Now, there's many different levels and degrees. But first, you got to ask yourself if you're going to take this path is, because I tell this all the time, it's a health message. Because if you're coming on this path, that's the benefits that will come along with it. Guaranteed. Because if you're not toxifying your body, you're eating very little or none at all, that gives a chance for the energies in your body to heal itself and sustain itself and bring it more into strength. Because me being on this path for 20 years, it's a growing lifestyle. You understand? We got to keep that in mind. You're always going to have a destination, but like how they say in the ancients, energy don't grow. The only time it stops is when you stop it through a belief system. See, the Breatharian doorway, I'm going to tell you the truth of it. It's like that opening for many more things to take place. We're talking about physical immortality. We're talking about levitating. We're talking about teleporting, because we know now everywhere your thought is at, that's where you at. An aspect of yourself is there. And those who know energy healing and Reiki healing, you can heal somebody on the other side of the world right now. That's powerful. So this journey, when we deal with Breatharian blessings, what is a blessing? Now, this is what it says. It says God is giving a person favor or protection. Well, favor and protection. Now, we're in an age now where we don't really need to get religious by using the God term. You understand? Because we'll be like, what God and all that's getting religious. But since we're in the age of frequencies of vibrations, and some is higher and some is lower, we could say that the higher vibrational forces will give favor and protection. Because it should. If you raise your vibration or frequency off the lower levels, you understand, the lower level frequencies or vibrations won't have hold on you no more. That was the problem. Humanity basically was on a frequency level through thought and thought they had to stay there and did not know that they could move beyond it. Even though the writings was in our face, we didn't know how far we could take it. But now we're in an age where we're challenging things like never before, and we're taking it to a new location, because there was even a time when vegetarianism was saying it's a no-no. But now you got more people than ever eating more live and raw foods, more people juicing, more people drinking water on longer periods of time. And last but not least, this is good now. We're in an age where fasting, and we got the internet, has medical proof all across the board of positivity on what it would do to your body for not eating. Not eating is the greatest and oldest healing therapy on the planet, hands down. And it's not even a diet on what the body can do with no food. Now, Breatharianism comes from the ancient word anidia, which is the ancient word for fasting, which means to eat very little or none at all. Now, when we say very little, we don't mean 3 meals a day and you're just eating a little bit. No, you could do some. If you eat once every 3 days, once a week, that's powerful. You are a breatharian. That's why this is a path. You understand? And you can pick it up and lay it down where the average person cannot, because they still up under the frequency. If they don't eat, they die, or they will lose too much weight and all this other stuff will start taking place. You ain't crossed over yet. But you will grow if you stay focused and concentrated. So when you're on a breatharian path, there's favor and there's protection that comes along with it. We're not even going to be mythical with it. Let's talk about it for a minute. Let's take high blood pressure, liver ailments, cancer, strokes, diabetes. All of those are preventable Western diseases. But they call them preventable because they did not have to happen. Now, some people will say to me, but Elitom, that runs in my family. Well, I said, I know that's the problem. There's nobody running in your family. If somebody started running, that wouldn't show up. Serious. So, because I could even talk for myself, there was an idea that certain diseases was running in the family till I broke that mold. And my son, since I had him, he broke that mold. It no longer exists because we would have different direction on food intake, the idea and the power of exercise, the power of meditation, the power of channeling energy because you're living in it, the power of the change of an idea. Listen at this now. So the favor you get from nature is you won't catch those things if you, what? Bring those things into your life to make a change and get rid of the old frequencies you used to do. That's the exchange. And I see some people sometimes on the breatharian path or they're trying. And I meet them and they're there, but there's a certain habit that I see that they might have. And I don't say you need to leave that alone. That's not what it's all about. This is about enjoying life, enjoying yourself. And if you feel like doing that, that's fine. But we got to talk real now. If you was to leave that little thing alone, I think your energy will increase a lot more. You understand? Because that's what it's all about again. Everything we put in our body, every thought we think, everything we put on our body, the people we hang around, the locations we at, is always changing our frequencies, changing our vibrations of our body and our mind, because they're one. Hands down. Like when they talk about the central nervous system. Well, your central nervous system. Okay, central nervous system. But then they say, but it's broken up in two parts. See, we got a language that like to break things up. They'll say the first part is the brain, the second part is the spinal cord. But you got to rethink about it now when you're in a holistic idea. The brain and the spinal cord are connected, so this is all your brain. Your brain just ain't in your head. I just had to do a message not too long ago about thought, mind, and consciousness. See, these play of words, and you got to start wrapping your head around it. You can really throw yourself off by getting stuck on the play on words. I even hear people say, the difference between living on Pranic and a Breatharian. Okay, we playing with words again. You're either going to be doing it or you're not. You understand? So on one level, I said, to break it down for those people who need it, the thought is in your head. That's where we get the word Thoth from ancient Egypt. Because your thoughts is a vehicle just like your physical body you're using. But that is a crucial vehicle on what thoughts and ideas you're planning on giving the power to. Because we all have that voice inside of us. The person you talk to the most is yourself. And it like to over-highlight things. You understand? In a negative way. But it's doing it to look out for you so you can kind of look at the full picture on its understanding. But however, you got to challenge that thought process because positive thoughts do carry a higher vibration. You understand? This is what we're talking about. And so when you're redeveloping yourself, you understand that your thought is a vehicle too. It's not you. That's why most meditations say just observe the thoughts. You understand? Don't try to judge it. Just observe it. You would gain very, very great benefits being on this path. Now, protection. What does that mean? When I came into this lifestyle, I haven't caught a cold in 20 years. When the seasons change, people start blowing their nose and all this mucus start coming up. That don't happen to me. So that's the protection. The protection from the forces, or a blessing, is when you come on this path, there's certain sicknesses and diseases won't even be in your vocabulary. When you go see the doctor, you'll be going in, doing your checkup and walking back out saying, see you next time. Instead of the doctor saying, all right, we got to talk. There's some things we got to do. There's something we got to take a look at. Here we go again. And the first thing they're going to say is, what are you eating? What are you doing? And what are your other habits? This is what we're dealing with. So that's what we call conscious immortality. Because we do live in the realm of cause and effect. And just like how we got physics, where we make all of these physical things from a car, a plane, the cell phones, the technology, that's physics on how the connections of energies work to bring forth another result. But we always had the idea of metaphysics, but people were real vague about it, ignorant about it, but it works the same. So above, so below. There's energetic, invisible forces around us in our electromagnetic field that you could start making the proper connections, breaking up certain blockages. Yes, when you clean out your intestine, blockages break up. You'll feel your shoulder lighten up. You'll feel your hips lighten up. And another energy connection will take place just like a mudra. There's even medical science telling you now, just by this making this connection, you actually have electricity going through your body. This is awesome, ain't it? We're in such a good age with this information now. And it's not going to stop. This isn't a belief system. This is a knowing, a self-realization. There was a woman called me questioning me about what I do. And you might as well stop it right there. It don't matter what I tell you. There's enough information now. The only way you're going to find the truth about anything is to deal with yourself. That's what I did. See, 20 years ago when I came in there wasn't this much information. But I had enough confidence because I was already in this holistic lifestyle and I had a drive to want to know more. Self-knowledge. That's what we call being a seeker. A seeker start asking some good questions, not just any old question just to be talking. Right. You start seeking. And the universe is user-friendly because when you are sincere in your heart, that shows we're working with a bigger intelligence. When you sincere in your heart, the answer will come to you. It will either come to you in a dream, come to you with an idea, because even thoughts are electrical. Where do your thoughts come from? Something gave it to you. Somebody will come and just bring it up out of their mouth. You'll see it in a book. You'll see it on TV. You'll hear it in the radio when you're sincere in heart. And you will grow when you really want to grow. So when you deal with the breatharian path, you're dealing with the breatharian blessings that come along with the package. Your health will improve. Your blood circulation will come online. It should. It ain't get all thick through eating these dense foods and all this stuff. It's running fluidly. So therefore, just like a river that's running with no blockages, that's bringing another energy to the body. That's why I tell people, take your time, lighten up slowly, so that your physical body, you understand, could get the memo, could get the program, because it ain't do nothing wrong. It know exactly what to do, but it was doing two jobs. It's already consecrated to the nature. It ain't like your body left nature. It's an animal all the way. Absolutely. But it was also listening to our wishes on what we were putting it through. Poor thing. Just looking at people. You want to go to the bar again? At happy hour. So our body did us a good favor by taking us through all those things, but we did have how should I say, a good time at that time. You understand? Don't be beating up on yourself. I should have never did that. I should have started earlier. The body is so powerful, it can regenerate itself. That's why teaching a message to younger people and older people is two different things. Younger people, they ain't see enough life experiences yet, and they still have that desire to want to go into it no matter what you say. They want to see for themselves. And their physical body didn't go through enough changes yet to where sometimes they think they're going to be that way forever. They don't know yet. So that's another message. So when I talk to them, I direct them in a way of living healthy. And health is more than just physical. It ain't just diet and exercise. It's healthy thinking, healthy friends, healthy livelihood, healthy spouse, healthy children. It goes on and on. And you got to put effort to make that happen. A lifestyle, and that's an energy right there in itself, where the universe will back it up, because you're a creator. That's what you are creating. This is awesome, ain't it? Now, breatharian blessings. So therefore, you got favor from the universe. Is favoring you now. You ain't catching everything everybody else catching. And then your vibration is at a higher level. So it seems like you're always in the right place at the right time. You don't got to get frustrated just because you missed the bus. You're rolling so deep now. That's why I love this lifestyle. There was a reason behind everything, because you're up under universal laws. And see, when humanity were ignorant to it, and most of them are, you understand, because they're invisible. Just because they're invisible, ignorance is no excuse for the law. Everything is taking a place. So there's instructions that the ancients figured out that you can what? Get in alignment with these principles. And that's what better highlight your life. And those things that we think are miracles ain't miracles at all. They're natural. So actually being a breatharian is natural. I'm coming straight out with it to tell you. This is natural. Did I say that? Yep. The cells of your body made up of cells. They feed off of ATP, which is a high frequency energy. Your cerebral spinal fluid is made in the brain, in the chambers, those, whatever they call them. I'm not medically talking all that terminology. You know what I'm talking about. But that's where it's made. Your brain is sitting in the fluid. And not only your brain is covered in the fluid, your whole spinal cord, because this is all one big brain. This is all one big thought. This is all one consciousness. So when we talk about expanding your consciousness, even the sciences is going there now. They are. Go to TED Talk and listen to them talk, Google it. The expansion of consciousness, and see how many speakers pop up. It used to just be spiritual speakers. It ain't like that no more. So what you put in your body does affect your consciousness. Oh, man. And there's some foods that are more user-friendly with that than others. More energetic, let's say that. But that's still, you don't stop there. You could go beyond that. So being a breatharian, again, is natural when you master. And I said that word, master, not for a novice. We ain't say put tape on your mouth. You got to grow into it just like when you was a baby, growing into adult, and you went through puberty and all this other stuff. But dealing with these, the breatharian transition, that's why I say meditation is the foundation. Now, we ain't saying you got to go sit cross-legged in the corner somewhere. No, we're not saying that. When I use that word meditation, basically what I'm saying, you have energy channels in your body, and it's your responsibility to keep them flowing. They could get blocked easily. They could get blocked up with somebody's words. They could get blocked up by your idea of how you think the outcome of a situation is supposed to be. Constantly. That's why this is 100% mental work. 100%. And this isn't new knowledge again. The Hermetic teachings, Hermes, everything is mental, dealing with the 7 laws of the universe. They was all laid down. Cause and effect. This is out thousands of years ago before this even civilization even came about. All they did was what? Jumped and got the knowledge first, those who's in the know, and just taking credit for it. Like this is the best civilization on the planet. Absolutely not. We're going to make a better one after this. So I'm not jumping on bandwagons, trying to compare nothing. We're going to make a better one because we got knowledge has increased now. We know. So when we deal with these blessings, now I'm about to use some terms here. Now, fasting and living on prana, look at this. Fasting is the prerequisite of living on prana. They go hand in hand, but there is a difference. Because fasting is temporary, but prana, you could go continually. Now, fasting is the prerequisite because it used to be in spiritual circles all around the world. There's some type of spiritual or religious entity that has fasting in it at certain times of the year and stuff like this. So it was done in a ritualistic way. But now in this age we in, it just ain't in the halls of religious or spirituality no more. We know the medical benefits, so it shouldn't be ritualistic no more. You're doing it for a purpose. We even got knowledge about fasting. If you were just to sit back with no food for 3 days, your immune system will reset itself. Your stem cells will get better. It heals Parkinson's disease. I could go on and on and on. There's some things, it's amazing on what it can do. So it's the prerequisite of it. However, just like your house when the lights come on, and keep in mind, even your lights in the house is a spirit. Some people don't look at it like that, but that's where they got the knowledge from. It's the same knowledge. Whether you use a physical vehicle of the male and female energy, and that must make that connection for the light to get brighter. Just like in your house. Those of you who know about electricity, there's a male and female connection taking place. A positive, negative. Even when you plug something in the wall, that one is the male end, the other one's the female end. That concept is everywhere when you're dealing with energy flow. Everywhere. Not only in the things that we make that's inanimate, also the things that are animate. This is awesome, ain't it? So now, when you're dealing with fasting, it's very powerful again. But now, since I'm here in India, there's a friend I met 2 years ago, and he's still, like, he changed the name. He went from fasting to the word prana day, because words do carry a certain weight to it. Fasting do sound hard, so it kind of give a person in their mind that they're about to go through something harder compared to the pranic day. That's an energy again. So therefore, by people here now using that word pranic day, it's more than a day without going without food. Now they're eating in their meditations and everything, so it kind of helped the psyche. That's what we're talking about. So I brought that up to let you know the power of words. There's something I want to bring up. Now, since you understand that your physical body is a vehicle, and that your thinking, your thought process is a vehicle, it ain't you. There's something that you must use in that vehicle, and I'm going to use the word discipline. But people hate that word discipline because it got such a strong force to it. And I understand it because we had a generation or two that were before us now who were under the opposites, under discipline. And it turned out really, really bad. Because back then, those generations were going through no pain, no gain. Work from sun up to sundown. really beating up on yourself to make things happen. And back then, families didn't have the things of dysfunctional family, anxiety. They really didn't understand what stress was. You understand? So a lot of our generations that were before us, they were going through those things, and we're looking at it now saying, I don't want that word discipline put on me, not like it was put on them. So that's why I got that negative stigmatization now to it. But the word discipline, we still got to go back to it, because that's the root word of a disciple. Discipline is just a word that you are taking certain principles, you're understanding what they're about and how they benefit you, so that you can better your livelihood, better your life, better your mind. So you're becoming disciplined at it where you don't falter. You're not in and out. So you're becoming a disciple now because you're grabbing these things so you can retransform yourself. There's another word they use is temperance. And temperance and what you put in your body. Temperance and what you drink. So you do got to stand up to bat to that sooner or later. Because one man asked me, he said, I keep going in and out with the Breatharian knowledge. What do I need to do? La la. I said, now you got to put some discipline. You got enough information. Now you got to just start tightening up a little bit. He said, you're right. So ain't no use of running from it. If you're going to be on this path, you're going to have to get your house in order. Understand how far you'll take it. You understand? And understand, since there's energy flow, don't beat up on yourself. If the energy go a certain way, pick it right back up, because you can. See, this is what makes it good. We're working in energy on everything we do again. So when we're dealing on these levels, and your central nervous system, your spinal cord is that big influx of energy. And before, we had artists draw us all these beautiful pictures of the chakras in the body and stuff like that. And we looked at them as beautiful pictures, but this stuff is real as I don't know what. Even your cerebral spinal fluid, what I say, your brain is sitting in it, and also your spinal cord is bathing in it. Not only is it in the inside of it, it's also in the outside of it. And this fluid is very powerful and is made in the chambers in the brain, but it goes even further for that. Further from that, because some people say, well, do you need to drink water? That fluid, where do it come from? It ain't coming off the water you're drinking. Half of the people don't even drink water. They drink coffee and pop and all this other stuff. And it got nothing to do with that. It automatically get it from the atmosphere. Just by you listening to me right now, feel the atmosphere. It's moisture in it right now. Everywhere you go is moisture. I'm here in India and it's 90 degrees right now. It's moisture in the air. You're sitting in water, but you don't realize it. Your awareness is off. Now, of course, you're thirsty if you're still eating. Of course, you're thirsty if you got mucus all in your body, of course. Because the cells of the body want to wash themselves out, cleanse themselves. But the cleaner the system gets, thirst decreases, hunger decreases. Because your hypothalamus and all this, we got so much great information. I was looking at some video yesterday talking about the central nervous system. What the hypothalamus does, it regulates sleep cycles, it regulates hunger cycles. And when I first came on this path and I was doing a meditation where I was, the microcosmic orbit, that was my meditation, going inside, dealing with the different energy channels. Right, I felt my energy pick up and I wasn't hungry. Right there, I knew hunger was just a mindset. You understand? It had nothing to do with the body. The body just feel that way due to the program it was under from the thinking, because it is the thought process. So now we're dealing with, we got a pandemic on the planet now dealing with certain diseases, and I'm here in India, and I'm in the city of Mumbai where they really got a lot of cases compared to other areas. But of course, people whose immune system was already compromised usually get the virus. I mean, they told us that in the beginning. So the Breatharian message being a health message, and if there's any benefit, remember, you want the Breatharian blessings. You want the favor and the protection of God. You want the favor and the protection of the higher subtle forces. Because the more you prepare your body, it will bring on more higher forces. Your body's like a funnel, everybody is. So some people only bringing in a little bit, like 10%. Some people bringing in a bigger influx. And some people bringing in bigger due to how pure and how much work you put on the body and how much light it can hold. This is what it's all about. You see the science behind that? This isn't far-fetched. But you got to put it to use. Don't try to wrap your head around it, because I don't even, we got so much information out there now. I'm actually on offense. When I first started out teaching, I was on defense. I'm on offense, and I have a strong offense too. I'm scoring all the time, going up and down the field, nonstop, because there's so much information out here now, and me and others is making this so practical. If you can't wrap your head around this, there must be some type of learning disability going on, or you're using an excuse for your own nature. That's all that is, because the truth is in you, and everybody has to deal with health. I don't care who you are. Money can't buy you out of it. I know I'm around people with money all the time. Hey, how's it going, brother? Wonderful India.
Hello, you're from?
Oh, USA.
US, America.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, Washington.
Ohio. All right. So now, see, that's the energy again. I could have said, oh, I'm making a video. La, la, la. No, that was part of the video. So you could feel the energy of saying hi to somebody. That fed me just now. This is heavy, ain't it? That's how you start thinking. That was me. Just say hi. That's all you have to do. It ain't mess up your teaching, did it? Absolutely not. Actually, it's made it more real life. Reality TV. So, and when you're dealing with this pandemic, this is a good lesson, because we're going to have many more in the future. That just comes with the territory on different things, the behaviors and all of this. And we had many of them before. It just wasn't at this global level. They usually just be in little pockets and corners. And what happens is, what people usually do, if it's out of sight, out of mind, and it's not affecting you, you're not really into it. But this one has a ripple effect where it's kind of affecting everybody. And what I do want to say is, this is the times you at least want to get your immune system in your body up at its greatest perfection. You want to live that type of life. So again, the Breatharian lifestyle, the Breatharian blessings, do not start owning your perfection. Because if your body's keeping universal laws and laws of nature, that means it's perfect. It ain't even need to ask you. It already knows how to do it. As soon as you let go, the body starts healing itself. It always seeks a center. It don't need you to do a technique to tell the truth. It don't. So even when I use that word meditation, the foundation, what I'm basically saying is, just relax and let go. That's meditation. You want to know the truth? As soon as you relax, the electrons that's coming up from the rocks, yeah, there's electricity in these rocks. There's an energy coming up from here. There's an energy out in the water. There's cosmic energy falling on us. Your body's picking all this up. So the more you clean it out, get it online, and get aware to it, you can start feeling this, picking it up. Wherever your mind goes, the energy goes. It'll get up through there. Look at the veins in my arms. Everything's breathing. It ain't clogged up. I just did a good walk before I got here. I walked here. Sat right down on the rocks and picked up this videotape. I ain't getting no water or nothing. This is normal. This is something, ain't it? These are the benefits. These are the blessings. So now, dealing with diseases, certain diseases will not even be in your reality. You will be a healthy being, and you should live a lifestyle straight up, without a shadow of a doubt, for health in everything you do. You got to just grow into it. It ain't all at once, because if you try to go too fast, then we're creatures of pleasure. You might not be ready for it. That's why you want to slowly start purging yourself to like these things again. I was just with a group of people last night, and I was hearing about some of their habits that they're glad they was out of. And I thought about it. Everything that they used to, that they're dealing with now, because it was a younger group, I used to be hooked up on that. And I looked at myself now and said, man, none of that phases me. That's growth. And I was glad that I'm in the Breatharian blessings, the Breatharian benefits. So, and you want to stay on this path for discipline, because the more you get yourself up under the light, relaxing, allow the frequencies to come through you, to channel through the body. That's right. the stronger you'll become. And you have to do it repetitiously. You see this? People say, how could you have a muscle? How could you do that without eating it? It's easy. Repetition. It's just a muscle. It's going off a command through repetition. See, there's a science on how to build muscle. I've seen one young boy talk about, I exercise all the time. My muscles just don't grow like that. And I said in my mind, not to offend him, you don't know what you're doing. We hung out for a week. He saw improvements. So you've been doing this all this time. I wonder what you've been doing. It's just like with the meditations. I travel around the world teaching people. And I literally dealt with people I meditated for 20 years. I meditate 2 hours a day. After I get done with them, I never felt the energy this high. I'm wondering what you was doing before. See, some of these words were used loosely, but you really got to start understanding they had a benefit for it, or ain't no use of doing it. Now it's this young man I'm with right now to show you what repetition does. He just started lifting weights a year ago, so he showed me a before and after, and I was impressed. 1 year. Now that's the physical body. You can see that and relate to that. Take 1 year out to cultivate and channel your energy through a meditation. Chant for a year and see what happens. See, first it starts out in your throat. Pretty soon you start feeling it all in your feet. It won't even take long. I'm here in India now, but for the first week I was bragging about chanting. Every evening we was meeting and we was just chanting for 5 minutes a night, me and this group. 5 minutes. And every day I felt the difference. This is how powerful these forces is, but you got to give it time and you got to work with it. You got to stay consistent with it to watch it grow for you. So it don't impress me where a person saying, I mean, one girl was saying, I know this guy, he practiced yoga 8 hours a day. That don't impress me at all. Okay, where's your life at? We're not saying that. All you're doing is charging a body up like a cell phone and didn't use it. See, not only you're grabbing energy, use it. You're designed to use energy. Now let me break this down to you. There's one aspect of you, your 3D self is saying it wanted to ascend, right? I want to ascend. I want to get out of here. But the reason why you're here is because your higher self said, I want to descend. So your real self descended because it wanted to descend. And you up here barking against it saying, I want to ascend real quick. So that's why you must find a balance. So you can have your full life experiences. To learn, to grow, and to have fun. You ain't got to beat up on yourself. When you want to be not eating and drinking right off the rip real quick, and you might have things around you, you understand, that it's not required. You can have that young kid that's looking at you that's 2 years old. Is he going to have something with me? At least a tea. It's all right. We're not saying you're not a breatharian no more. You ain't got to do it every day. So you're still on the pranic levels. Master and learn what this is about. The energies is about. There was a girl from Israel called me. I'm calling you because this guy, he drinks water. And I said, that's all he drinks is water. Yeah. What you calling me for? He's right down the street from you. That is amazing. We got to open up to this and get out of that other mind. And she ain't last long. Like I said, people come into this with the wrong information. The main goal you want to do, you want to live a blessed life. You want the blessings. You want the favor and the protection of nature. You want the favor and protection of the cosmos. So you can continue and go on and on and on. And your body will let you know. See, ain't nobody got to tell you. Your body will let you know when you ate too much and you need to back up. I'm living a life now. I'm seeing people all around me. I know exactly why they got to sit down or why they feel in a certain way. This is what they ate. It was all fun and good till, somebody got hurt. And if they don't sit down and get the knowledge on when to stop and hold, that's why you need discipline. Eventually, the body's going to sit you down. I just seen a girl and a dude right here in India. Their body set them down. They said, you ain't going to do nothing today. Compared to when you're disciplined. Okay, we have fun with that. Now let me go and stay into my cycle. That's a whole nother ballgame. That's a person on a pranic lifestyle. You don't let yourself go down. You don't let your body have to sit you down. When you get this knowledge, you start using it. That's what wisdom is. Use it. Wisdom is the application of right knowledge. The application of it. You got to apply it now. Work this thing. So now, the benefits of my life, again, I could go on and on and on. Matter of fact, I need a whole nother couple hours. I need to do a day workshop with you just to tell you all the benefits. It goes on and on and on what's happening. I mean, you save money. Your health is online. I don't even feel this. This is light. And it's strong. To touch the toes, all this stuff. Yeah, I got the gray and stuff like this. That's a whole nother reason. But these young boys here are saying, look at you. Look, right. This is what we're talking about now. My waist will put this to shame. I'm sitting up here in the teenage body and all this stuff. You better leave this alone. Oh, man. And then the magnetism that's coming off you. Right now, since I'm here in India, what I've been doing, I'm always getting stuff from the universe, so I give back. So I go to the fruit stands and get fruits, and I've been giving it to people who's on the street and need food, especially during this coronavirus. And today, of course, some people asked me for money and stuff, and so I gave the 20 rupees here, the 10 rupees here, 50 rupees here, 100 rupees here. To American money is nothing, okay? But as soon as I came to the beach, people start handing me money. This is what happens. Oh, man, this is good, ain't it? As soon as I start giving out food, people was giving me food. So I could turn around and give it again. That's how you are a part of nature now. You're a part of the universal cycle. So you ain't got to shut down people's blessings. I could easily say, oh, I don't need that food. Don't give it to me. I understood. You will let them get their flow going, take their flow, and you can flow it through you. I don't need to say, oh, I don't need that money. No, give it here, and we'll flow it. You're constantly flowing, so you don't need to hoard stuff with the fear-based frequency, because you see all this energy in this big universe. It's abundant. You ain't gonna never be without forever. Absolutely not. That was the whole idea back in ancient times. Even when you see people traveling who did eat. Our ancestors were days without no food when they had to. They weren't falling out all over the place. We'll get there when we get there. Nature will provide. But now you got a person now crying, I'm hungry. I ain't eaten since this morning. It's been 2 to 3 hours since I ate something. Our ancestors weren't even on that type of kick. Whole nother ballgame. But this should make it good now, since we got this information, we got this knowledge, so you can get these blessings and get this discipline back online. In other words, you got to start thinking at a whole nother level to apply these things and stay consistent with it, so that you can, get the fruits coming from it. Now, and like I said, this path is so awesome. I'm getting stronger and stronger as I grow. I've been on it 20 years. And there's some things that's even happening bigger like never before. Matter of fact, me, myself, I got a following of tens of thousands of people going into the millions listening to my voice. Right. That's just me. We ain't even talking about all the other Pranic people that's popping up, helping people all over the place. This is what's happening. You don't give up. And then the things that get purged out of you, the things that get purged out of others, you don't stop. You just keep on growing. That's part of the process. So that we could transform into a whole nother creation, because we're even after what? Physical immortality. You don't need to die. You got a new stomach every 5 days. You see the skin? Every 30 days is different. It's new. It's shining. You see how it's hitting the sun right now? All you get is vitamin D. That knowledge changing now. See, everybody has what you call the melanin molecule. This is grabbing 99.9% of it right now. It's absorbing it and converting into heat. I can feel the heat coming. Now, heat is energy. You think it's just dissipating back off? Oh, we just protected your DNA. No, it's not. Through my consciousness, through the energy flow I got going through my body, it's nourishing me. Straight up. This is Ra, as they called it in Egypt. This is nourishing me. Hands down. And we got good things coming up, too. This knowledge ain't going nowhere like a fly-by-night. It has grown. I've been on this path for 20 years, and in the last 5 years, it grown. You got so much information out there that do's, the don'ts, the pros, the cons. That's how it's supposed to be. And the medical knowledge, even though it's broken up in bits and pieces, it's backing it up. It's telling you the benefits of the sun, the grounding connected it to the earth with your health. It's telling you the benefits of water, the benefits of doing without food, the benefits of juice fasting. All of this stuff is coming online. The benefits of losing weight. The benefits of the different hormones that's in the body. You got not only neurons in your head, you got them in your gut. It's telling you. You got DMT all in you. You don't need to go out in the Amazon to go get DMT. You already got it. I'm high right now. This is the high life. People ask me, well, how is spirit plants? Well, I tasted them before, but they ain't nothing better than the pure mind. I'm high right now because I could do anything, be anything, manifest anything. This is awesome. And I feel good. Always living in heaven. Look at this beauty. Ain't this beautiful? Wow. The Arabian Sea. And I'm here. Wow. Full of energy. And I'm grabbing more energy, just circulating. Your body knows how to store it. That's what the muscle does. It stores the energy. See, we're on a whole other concept now. You got your mesentery nerve up under your belly button. It stores the energy. And then you got the intestines if ain't nothing on it. Or even if you do eat very little, it'll start, the energy start coming up. That's why our ancients kept showing those two serpents coming up the spinal cord. So you got to get into this. You got to love it. You got to stay consistent. In the beginning, of course, you're going to go through a healing crisis. Remember when I said this is kind of related to fasting? They go hand in hand. When you fast, you feel aches and pains, stuff moving. That's the body healing itself. Because it's like the body's like a rubber band. You stretched it out of shape, but when you let the rubber band go, it go boom, boom, boom. It comes back. You understand? So allow that to take place. Go through your season. Don't try to fast too much. You understand? And all that other stuff, because fasting and prana is two different things. Learn about the energy of your body. Learn how it flows. Open up those channels and learn to start listening to your body, listening to your mind, trusting yourself again, because trusting yourself is trusting the universe. That's how you show back your love. And you start out, this is what I had to tell a woman not too long ago. Start out by being grateful. Don't look at all those things you don't have and what you want to do and stuff. Be grateful that you're in life. You know how many spirits wish they had a body? See, consciousness don't need a body, but there's many consciousness who wish they did. This is your turn. Your feet is on the ground. This is your turn. So when you come on this journey, or if you're in this journey, up your game a notch at a time. And as each year go, as each time period go, you're going to find yourself getting, wiser, stronger, more durable, more disciplined, more focused, things purging out of you. And the universe is user-friendly. Everything is already dictated. All you got to do is just go through the motions. And everything I've been through in my past that got me to where I'm at now, I'm glad I did. Because it got me right here where I'm at now to enlighten me. So I hope this inspired you. This is Elitom El-amin. Keep up the good work. Keep moving on. And even if you don't do it, let somebody else know. You understand? Yeah, that exists, even though I don't want to do it yet. Yeah, because we got our different reasons. You understand? I don't mean you have to. This is just for those who's ready. And you might not be ready now. It might be 10 years from now, 20 years from now. That's what one woman told me. Yeah, enjoy your life. Have your babies, have your family, have the different desires. But as your desires start redirecting themselves, you have those little life experiences, then you can say, no, I think I want to try that to this fullness. You understand? Oh, man. And then this is another good thing about the Breatharian knowledge. See, we into this other stuff. You might be in a season in your life where you're single and all this other stuff, and you might be on the Breatharian knowledge or you're going a certain way. Then life, one thing that is the truth is change. Change always takes place. So never know. You might meet your, soul flame or whatever they call that stuff, or somebody you really like. Meet a new group, meet a new family. And even if you do indulge, this is good what I'm about to say. Learn how to indulge differently. That don't mean you got to avoid the party. go to the party, but learn how to come to the party differently. That's what I had to learn with my family. At first, I was getting beat up on, and then after a while, and it wasn't on me. It wasn't them. They love you. That's why they talking like that. I had to learn how to come to the party, but come to the party and enjoy myself differently. You ain't got to do what everybody else do. Right. You'll figure it out. And then that's where you're having a real good time. And that's where your discipline will pay off, your self-discipline. It will really pay off when you can stay there and everybody else could be indulgent and you can stand right there in the midst of it, but still have a good time to carry on a good conversation. And you ain't got to be putting people down. Their frequency affect me, the low frequency. I got to be around high frequency. You know what my thought process is? Everywhere I go and everybody is high vibration. That's a whole different ballgame. You know why I can talk like that? Because I'm disciplined. My discipline overrode all of that talk. So I don't need to run away no more. I deal with it. It ain't affecting me because if anything going to put the last change, it's going to have to come out of me. Oh, man, this is good, ain't it? But this is what it does now. So take it slow, but stay focused and stay committed. And I'll talk to you soon. Hope to see you soon. We got many big things coming up. And again, always support the movement. And I love you. This is Elitom El-amin Breatharian checking out.